First things first. This is it's in the pinned comment, okay? It's in the description, okay? Every time I wear this sweater, everybody wants to know where I got it. I'm including it here. It is the best. It is super comfy. I do love it, and I need to wear it more. But I'm always afraid of getting it stained. Do you ever have that where you just don't wear something because it's too perfect? Anyways, we haven't had a chat in a while, and I felt the necessity to do so because I've been kind of reframing my way of doing content a little bit while keeping things, you know, in line. But I think that once or twice a year, having the good little sit down. If you're not sitting down, sit down. And I have a few things that I want to talk about. I don't know exactly how many, otherwise I would tell you. Maybe there's broken up chapters in the description. I don't really know. Gameplay stuff will come first, though, so if that's all you care about, we'll get right to that, and then life stuff after that. First off, what happened to the Climb Up the Mountain Challenge, where I was trying to beat the world record rotating streak? No, it was not when it was beaten. I felt defeated. No, it was not the people that are in the Slay the Spire Discord that constantly remind everybody how dog shit the game I am. It was honestly myself realizing that I'm dog at the game. You can call it giving up. You can call it whatever. I took a break from the challenge, and I liked making content so much more without it. I took a break because I felt like I was getting burnt out with it. And for the first time before I took that break, streaming felt like a 9 to 5 to me. And I know, 9 to 5s are not, they're way harder. No, I'm not saying that, but I didn't want to come to work. I love this job. It's the greatest job. But for the first time, I didn't been doing this for like 6-7 years. I didn't want to turn on my stream. I didn't want to do this because I felt like I was getting on stream and I had more viewers than I've had in a really long time, but I wasn't enjoying myself. And so I think that the Climb Up the Mountain Challenge is officially dead because it was kind of eating away at me, and I'm just not that guy. I felt like the Giga Prismatic Challenge, you know, going back to that was just kind of like the filler of like what I'm going to spend my time doing until I'm ready to take on the Come Challenge again, and I just liked it more. I was streaming to, you know, 50% of the viewers, but I was having a better time, and I was going back to being super goofy and not super serious all the time, and I don't know, it felt like a very big resurgence almost immediately, and I found myself dreading the moment that I was going to go back to grinding A20 runs, vanilla, hardcore, nonstop, no mods, blah, 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 blah. So I think that overall for the future of the content, Climb Up Mountain Challenge, dead. Not going to not play just normal A20 runs when I just want to chill out and relax. But yeah, I think that I'm not the guy who's the best player in the world, and I should stop trying to be. I'm the goofy guy that says come and screams too much and plays a lot of mods and goofs off. Have I said goofy enough? Which leads me into the next gameplay thing, the new Giga Prismatic. I think that there were two major problems with the Giga Prismatic Challenge. Both was nobody gives a shit about watching Ascension 0 runs, and the runs are too fucking long. So when you lose late into an overall run, when you lose at like Ascension 19, 20 or whatever, you gotta go all the way back to 0. It sucks, and that's why I quit doing that challenge at one point, because I did it for so long, and then it got annoying losing too much at high Ascension. So I've reworked it a little bit to be much harder, but also to be a lot shorter. So it feels like if I'm ever at 1 win, because it's only going to have to be 4 wins that I have to get, it's going to feel like I'm always on a runs, and because it's harder, it's going to be much more enjoyable to watch moment to moment, and it's not going to be boring to just watch the Ascension 0 runs. I do think the Ascension 0 runs have their place, and that's why I like doing modded content at Ascension 0 and not just unlocking Ascension 20 with every new character, because I think it really lets that character shine, where, you know, at Ascension 0, things are just supposed to be broken and fun and goofy. But yeah, as for the new Giga Prismatic Challenge, it's going to be very similar to the Ots Darba Challenge, where I have to win 4 runs in a row, 1 with each character, because I do actually think that the Prismatic Shard makes every character very unique in their own ways, but I have to beat the heart twice along that run. So 2 hard kills are necessary and 4 wins in a row. So far on stream, as I've been playing it for 2 days now, people are really into it. But it feels lighthearted to me, and it doesn't feel like I'm buckled down and laser focused and constantly being compared to every other content creator that is better than me at the game, because I'm better at saying come. And that kind of is like if you can't tell, the overarching feeling of this change of content is like, just kind of relaxing a little bit. And I want to do that outside of the game as well, outside of whatever game I'm playing. Because again, now that I'm not super focused on grinding Slay the Spire, I do want to get into other games. I'm actually doing another sponsored video tomorrow with Dragon Eclipse, that game that was like Pokemon and Slay the Spire combined. And it's really fucking good, and I think I might want to play some more of it outside of it. So let me know if that's more of what you want to see, because like I'm really into that too. But yeah, I'm wanting to change my attitude in general towards how I make content, because I feel like you guys definitely have been, you know, resonating this in the comments. It's 5:02. I'm 2 minutes late to feeding him. I must finish this video. I feel like I've gotten a little bit too hateful is probably the word. And I think rightfully so. The world kind of sucks right now, especially if you are anyone other than white guy with a Shure SM7B. Call me a podcaster. But I feel like it's okay to, you know, talk about those things. And I want to continue to use my platform to give a voice to those that have less of a... I'm trying to be serious, doggo. That maybe have less... You get what I'm saying. I basically am not afraid to talk about those things. I'm just wanting to keep my stream a little bit more on the lighthearted side, a little bit more on the goofy side, because not only was I think that more people were not fucking with when I was getting a little bit more serious day to day, but I was not fucking with it either. I was finding myself being in more of a darker mentality day to day. I was finding myself being just more pessimistic, and I hated that. And so, yeah, I want to just be a little bit sillier, and maybe instead of talking about politics for an hour before I get into gameplay on stream, I mention a political thing, and then we relate it to, you know, which of the two people have a better chance of jacking their shit live on TV. I don't fucking, you know what I'm saying. You guys get it. I'm not good at these like sharing emotion things, so I apologize. And the last major thing that I really wanted to talk about was I wanted to give you guys a direct bunny update. If you don't know, we have a 24-hour bunny stream, twitch.tv/AugustBuns, where we just stream our own 2 domesticated pet bunnies, and we're using all of the revenue from that stream, including the ad revenue and everything and all the subs and whatever, in order to fund our own bunny rescue. It's now been been live for just over a month, and in just the month of November, which was streamed from November 3rd to the 30th, and then also the 3rd, we really only streamed like a quarter of the day. So either way, roughly in the month of November, which is like the best month for ads other than December. But in the month of November, Money Stream made $5,600, and that's just from you guys leaving it open on your computers. Like it's like 200 of that is sub revenue, and the rest is just you fuckers leaving it open and letting ad run and telling, and you know, chanting, "Give me ads, give me ads, give me ads." I'm blown away. The money's already been spent. Full transparency. It actually was like near perfectly spent, because it was $4,400 to get the entire garage insulated, which is where we're going to house all the bunnies, and then $1,200 to get it drywalled. So it re-drywalled. So it's already actually all been spent, and that's not even including the heating and cooling unit that we've already installed. So we're doing a subathon next month in January for my birthday, and 100% of the revenue of that is going to go towards building the perfect bunny cage, which is definitely going to be a little on the expensive side, but that's how it goes. That's why a lot of people can't start these kind of things, is because they don't have the capital to invest at the start, and I feel extremely privileged to be able to do so. I don't forget that for a goddamn day. But yeah, that's the bunny update. Right now, I just had a meeting with a company that makes cages for rescues and vet hospitals and different things like this, and they are very excited to work with us, and we're in the preliminary stages. I have to get them the design over to them by the end of the week, and then they can give us like an estimated price, and then probably can just get started building and hope that the subathon makes enough. If not, oopsies. Oops. But yeah, that's all the updates I got for now. Content's hopefully going to be a little bit more goofy and lighthearted. Yeah, I'm happier. I'm happier with it. I've been kind of reverting back to that self for the last week or two on stream, and I look forward to getting on stream, and that's the beauty of it. But these are always supposed to be a two-way street, so please feel free in the comments or come over to the Discord, come over to the stream. If you don't know, every day on the stream for like an hour or so before I get into gameplay, I just sit and talk with chat because I like to build a community. I do this all the time with chat. So if you ever have an hour and you see me in this full cam and not during gameplay, I mean, even during gameplay, I don't care. Derail me. I don't care. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me a good thing that's happened in your life recently. Tell me a bad thing that you're trying to get through or whatever. If something's going on, please, genuinely, I can't respond to all of you, but I love to read them. I read 100% of my comments. You can believe that or not. But yeah, more to come. More merch soon. More really cool things. I just hired a couple of modders for Slay the Spire to make a cool thing. Look forward to that. I don't know what else I can tell you. I'll see you tomorrow.